how's everyone in my guild doing? I'm making this video especially for everyone on my guild. So we started Alliance Wars already and we won our very first war. Everybody participated with about 2 people. Hopefully that will change the next war. And I want to talk about a little bit what we're going to do for the next upcoming wars and maybe help you out a little bit with what teams to set up on defense and which ones are really good for offense, okay? So if you guys can see what I'm going to do, I'm going to be switching the rooms. So I'm going to be switching the reactor to, I'm going to call buildings. So we're going to have 3 buildings. So we're going to have, of course, building 1, building 2, building 3, and each building is going to have a certain amount of floors, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the reactor to the very first building, and I'm going to move the bridge to the very last building. And I'm going to put the reactor and the bridge all the way at the bottom. That way they will have to beat the first 3 floors of each building in order to get to the floors that have the most amount of points, okay? We want to make sure that they always hit those last. Our previous opponent, they made the mistake that I believe they put the reactor on the 2nd floor and the bridge, I don't think we got to the bridge of our previous opponent. Okay, so wars. Participation in wars is very important, guys. I understand that we all understand that we have our jobs, we have our wives, we have our kids, we could have problems, and you know, we travel. All you have to do, guys, if you guys can, log in for a minute, set up a couple of war teams, and that's it. Personally, I believe that it's more important for us, for you to set up war teams and even our 600 daily, because the rewards are amazing. As you guys can see in this victory, we got enough rewards for buy up to 10 different character charts. I'm currently working on Pyro, and hopefully I'll be working on Mr. Sinister right after, okay? Also, one of the things that I really like about war is that we could get to see our rosters, all of our characters in our teams. This last war was a really good learning experience for me. Before, on my previous guild, I was very active on wars, but basically I had one of the officers tell me where to set up, where to attack. I did what I had to do. I didn't even think about it. I got my rewards and that's it. Okay, that part is really easy. So also one of the good things about war is that we can see who participated and who didn't. Okay, it's very important to participate. A lot of us are really into this game. I believe everyone is into this game in our guild, which is great. Of course, if we have 1 or 2 that are not going to be participating and are not as active, we're just going to tell them thank you very much, and we're just going to try to bring in someone else into the guild, okay? So we can see reports, and I suggest everyone to just go, okay? In our guild, it's not so much about leadership, it's a group team effort. That's one thing that I really like about our guild. So other guilds are not really so much about that, okay? Now, like I said, one thing that's really great is that all you could do is click on each member and you can see what's on their teams, which is very important. That was actually what helped me set up a chart for our next upcoming wars. I went into each character, I looked at their power, and I came out with a chart where we can plan our next attacks, okay? So, and that's where I came out with this, okay? It took me a little while just set up all the teams, but this is basically how I think it's going to work best. So we have 3 different buildings, okay? Each building has 4 floors, and like I said before, I moved the reactor all the way to the bottom on the first building, and I put our bridge on our 3rd building all the way at the bottom. So Phantomex and IC South, I suggest you to make a very weak defense. Put a weak defense, that way they attack the first deck, the flight deck 1, and then they move to a security level where they're gonna face DJ and myself. I'm going to be setting up a very strong defense. DJ set up an okay defense, okay? Set up at least 2 really good teams. That way they attack them, they might get stuck there. and they will lose a lot of attacks. Okay, remember we only get 5 attacks, and the refresh period is 3.5 hours. Kane and Jake set up an okay attack, nothing crazy, but let's see if they get through us. I don't think they will. If they were to get to the reactor, Joshua and Avallarde, I believe that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry if I mispronounce your names, guys. If they get to the reactor, I will at least set up 2 good teams, guys. Okay. Now, flight deck 2. What I will do on flight deck 2, Max and Spooks, I will set up a strong defense. That way they think that the armory and the med bay, that way they might think that the reactor or the bridge is right underneath you guys, and it's not. Fenris, as you can see, I have no one set up in the armory right now because that dude just joined our guilds and he's not at the right level. So basically the second building from the armory down set okay defenses enough where you can also attack. We need attack for everyone that's on building 2, okay? That's Soldier 1, Camaro Kid, Doggy White, and Captain Goodies, okay? Set up attack deck. Now flight deck 3, we have Ban and Bonfort. So here you might want to set up okay defenses. You might also want to not place very strong defenses. That way they could just maybe clear that one, and then they get to Matt and Commander Russia. Now what I will suggest you guys in Hangar, Matt and Commander Russia, set up very good defenses. Okay, that's going to be kind of like the core of that building. That way they don't get to cargo bay. If they were to get to cargo bay, which I don't think they will, I will set up okay defenses, okay? Nothing great. Make sure you also save for attack, okay? Now, if they were to get to bridge, which I don't think that will be happening, okay? If they were to get to bridge, Kalos and Lost Revolver. Kalos, I will put at least 2 to 3 good teams in defense. That way they could get stuck there. Again, I also kept reading on Reddit and Discord that all it takes is for a team to destroy your bridge and your reactor, and your chances of winning are very, very slim. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. This is the first time I do this. Let's see how the next couple of wars go, and we'll kind of base it on this. Okay, thank you, guys.